What is the difference between good stress and bad stress?
Right. This chrysalis, I believe it's called in Spanish, is chrysalida for the butterfly, right? So the image is that an innocent boy or a person or a child, sorry, not a boy or a girl, might want to help the butterfly, and break the
Ah,
chrysalis to help. But actually, the going through of the wings, there are some fluids that go from the chrysalis into the wings of the butterfly, which
yeah.
are absolutely necessary for it to soar. If we help it, then it won't be able to fly.
If we break that hard part, it's not going to be able to
It's not.
form. The formation won't happen.
The formation,
Mm.
the strength that the wings need to fly, it won't be there. So yeah, we when we suffer, we sometimes wish someone, like whoever, just help us or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's absolutely necessary. I'm talking about this because you talk about bad stress and good stress.
Mm.
So the bad stress, we could say that is the stress that prevents us from looking at the obstacles, from looking at and seeing clearly our resources. So it's a stress that actually
Mm.
increases the suffering while, and this is really strange, if I say that there is a stress that, or a suffering that is good suffering. Yes, but
Mm.
there is and I think everyone who can listen to this podcast will have a moment in their lives where
Yeah.
it was difficult, but they felt they would never remove this from who they are, from their lives, because thanks to
Mm.
that, they could see their beauty, they could see their strength, or they could develop it through these moments. So it's
Yeah.
going through this whole of the chrysalis, which is hard and absolutely necessary for us to be able to fly. And so it's building resources. New stress is
Mm.
the stress that helps us overcome the normal obstacles of life. We always say, as MBSR teachers, we always tell people, I'm very happy you came to this stress reduction course. It doesn't matter how many you do or how much you meditate, you will never remove stress of your
Right.
life, right? Which is good because
Yeah.
the idea is to be able to fly and soar and see the world.
I love the description of this change because it's saying it's not like my life would be better when stress is over. When all my stress is gone, when I eliminate every possible stressor in life, then I'll be okay. It's actually back to what you said earlier. It's how do I relate to it? How do I work with it? And when is the stress just enough so I can change? It's like that saying of, pressure makes diamonds,
Oh,
right?
yes,
I
that's
need,
right. The
I need
carbon.
pressure. Yeah. But how do we, from what you've experienced yourself and all the people you work with, how can listeners know when their regular stress has turned into bad stress?
Mm,
And I guess it's like there's no one answer, I know, but what
right,
would you say? When do
right.
we know?
Actually, I think all of us go through this even daily.
Yeah.
Like there's moments where we say, no, it's enough. I just can't anymore. And then we need to stop. We
Yeah.
need to just breathe. Like there's one thing as MBSR teachers, honoring this lineage from John Kabat-Zinn, we repeat in every program, which is in class one. We say to people, it doesn't matter how much. I mean, it doesn't matter. I don't know exactly in English because now
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
have it in Spanish, but no matter how much you are suffering, how much is bad in you or in your life, as long as you are breathing, there's more good in you than bad. So just gathering all the energy we have to just take one breath and we
Yeah.
are alive and it's okay. It could be enough to
Yeah.
just transit to the next moment and see, right? So when you ask what's the difference between when is it enough, it's very personal.
Yeah.
Very, very personal. You know, if it was as simple as taking the list of stressors
Yeah.
that are too much for all of us, you know, like for some of us, we say, oh, speaking in public, you know, but some people would not take a job unless they are exposed, you know,
Yeah,
to the
yeah.
public.
So it's different.
We are
But
different.
but you know how you're saying it too means we need to be tuned in and aware. And that's
Exactly.
what mindfulness really helps us is tuning into ourselves, tuning into our thoughts, our emotions, how we're living in the day. So we're aware rather than automatic more. Hello there, and thank you so much for stopping by this channel. I hope you find this content useful, and if you do, feel free to hit that subscribe button. It will really help me to reach to more people and keep this content going. Here we are journeying together, and let's see where this takes us.